I feel like as women, we are on this lifelong mission to find fabulous makeup products, and there's so many options out there. We need it to make us look good. We need it to not break the bank. We need it to have fabulous consistency, not break out our skin. Like, there's so many factors that go into that. And I'm so happy that I found Shine Makeup earlier this year because it gives me all the things that I need. It doesn't break the bank. The consistency is my favorite out of any makeup that I've ever tried. The people behind Shine Makeup are absolutely amazing, but I will say the best part about Shine Makeup is I know that everybody that I share it with is going to love it just as much as I do.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for tuning into my session here on the I Am Mom Summit. If you know anything about me previous to this, you know that me sitting still and in front of a camera is pretty much the polar opposite of my comfort zone. My comfort zone is sweating and jumping and moving in front of a camera, and I'm going to talk about that, elaborate a little more on that in a little bit, but for right now, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. While that is my comfort zone, I'm so excited to share with you a little bit of a different passion that I have. And although it's not fitness, which is what I'm known for, it's the driving force behind why I created my business, how we created our business, and how I've been able to maintain living the life that I dreamed for myself while dealing with all the chaos and the stress that comes with it, and living the high life, my best life. I am Emily Nelson, and first and foremost, like so many of you watching and a lot of the other speakers, I am a mother. I am a mom to two spunky, fabulous little girls. I have an 8-year-old daughter and a 4-year-old daughter. And between me and them, we pretty much have enough pink, drama, sass to last us a lifetime, and my poor husband. So secondly, I am the wife to the best man that you will ever know. He is amazing, and he has unapologetically supported me from day one in this journey that I've been on. And that is probably the reason that I'm sitting here right now speaking with you, is because he allowed me to fulfill my high life and my passions to really become who I am today, and allow me to sit in front of you and talk to you about that. In this crazy internet world that we live in, I'm probably best known to you as High Fitness Emily, which is I am half of the creator of High Fitness. And my business partner, Amber Zenith, and I created it just over 3.5 years ago. We created a new workout class. And if you're thinking, you just created a new workout class? Just so you know, I ask myself that same question every single day. What am I doing? So Amber and I created High Fitness because we felt like there was a niche missing in the fitness industry. We felt like classes were either super intense or really fun, but why can't they be both? We want to create something that was intense and fun. You have your classes that are dancey and they're kind of hard to follow, and you get an okay workout. And then on the flip side, you have your classes that are intense and those boot camps, and you're getting your butt kicked, but you're like dreading to go back. So we felt like you could have both. You could have a class that was so intense, it challenged the body, it challenged you, but you left with a smile on your face and you left just a better person. But more than the workout, we wanted to create a new fitness culture. And this was key for us. We wanted to create a culture that was welcoming and inclusive rather than competitive. We wanted to create an empowering rather than an excluding. We wanted to create a culture where you walked in, everyone walked in for a different reason, but all to better themselves, and left feeling better than when they walked in and with a whole new group of friends. And that to us was most important because, let's be honest, what keeps you coming back with fitness? It's the community. It's the way you leave feeling. And if you leave feeling better about yourself, then that's the key. So it has been a crazy, crazy journey. So what exactly is High Fitness? For those of you that don't know, High Fitness is an aerobics group fitness class. So basically, we took old school aerobics, you know you loved it, think Jane Fonda from the 80s and those unitards, and we made it modern with the HIIT training, the plyometric moves like burpees, tuck jumps, mountain climbers. I mean, you name it, we got it in there. But we put it with simple, effective choreography set to music you know and love. So in a class, you'll have your warm-up, toners, cardio, spike the heart rate, then you bring it down, then you spike it back up, then you bring it down. So you really get that HIIT training that you'd see in a boot camp, but you don't notice you're doing it because it's set to this fun music. And that's really what we wanted to create, was just something that challenged the body. So you get a butt kick, but let's be honest, you leave with a smile. Well, I will say that people probably don't like me during it, but I think by the end of it, I've won them over. So if you're asking yourself why someone in the fitness world is sitting here talking to me about a completely different topic, well, there is a reason. So today we're going to talk about living the high life, finding your community and passion to just ignite that spark again and feel alive, because who does not want that? Everybody wants that. As you can imagine, the last 3 years of my life have been nothing short of chaotic, wonderful, exhilarating, depressing, you name it, as Amber and I started a business literally from the ground up with nothing but passion and experience of what we felt was needed, all while raising 2 young daughters. We have been through it all. It has been such the adventure. But through it, through the trials, through the triumphs, through everything we've been through, we have found that I have mastered the art of letting go, because it is so hard. It's so hard for us to let go of those things and allow ourselves to be okay with it. But the key is you can't do everything, and you can't do everything well. And so you do have to let go. And it's been quite the learning process for me. I have learned a valuable lesson, and that is that I am living the life that I was meant to live. So, not the life your neighbor was meant to live, the one you were meant to live. Not the one your best friend's living, not the one that girl on Instagram that you think's really cute is living. No. This is your life, and you have to find what ignites that passion and that high life in you. I am about to give you the greatest gift. This is a gift that can help you be the best mother, the best sister, just your best person overall. It's not the best recipe. For that, go listen to Cake by Courtney. It's not the perfect party plan. It's not even to get the whitest whites. The gift that I'm going to give to you is permission. This is the gift that I want you to give yourself. Permission to go after those passions that you love. But most of all, permission to let go of the things that you do not like and that are holding you back. Oh, it's permission to go find that passion and go after it while letting those things that you know that you've tried so hard to be good at or that to like because you're supposed to, permission to let them go. But the key here is not only to give yourself that permission, but it's to let go of that guilt that comes along with it. That guilt that we have that I really should be doing this because every mom is doing this and I see everybody's doing this, so I really should be good at it. But deep down, that does nothing for me. I find no joy in these things, so why are we holding on to it? And why do we feel guilty that we're not good about it? I am giving you the gift of permission to let it go. Because once you do, it will literally feel like a 500-pound weight has been lifted off your chest. It'll feel like, I'm living the life that I'm supposed to. Because when you find those things that ignite that passion inside of you and make you feel alive again, you know those things that you do that and you're like, this is so me. This is what I'm meant to do. Or I feel like myself again. I feel like part of me is back. Those are the things to pursue. Those are the talents that you can pursue. It's the things that are dragging us down that we're doing because we feel like we should be doing them, that we need to drop and just leave them to the wayside. For example, I am the worst party planner. I do not enjoy it at all. I'm even a little ashamed to admit that, right? Well, not really. I've given it up. But in my head, I have like the perfect Pinterest board party and I'm gonna kill it. My 8-year-old's gonna get that party and it's gonna be awesome. But in theory, it literally drags me down. It gives me anxiety. It gives me stress. I can't pull it together, buying everything, having the kids over and making a mess. And it literally, like, I'm not good at it. And I tried for so long to be like, this is what you're supposed to do. This should be fun. This is joy. And I realized that I wasn't finding joy in it at all. But you know what? I have friends in my community. I have best friends who are amazing party planners. Literally, they find joy in it. That's what gives them that spark inside them. And how great that I can ask them for help. I can give them the chance to help me in something that gives them passion and it rises them up, where at the same time, I let go of that. I admit that that's not my strength. And in the process, I let go of that 20-pound weight that's holding me down because I think I should like it. And I lift someone else up because they enjoy it. They can bless me through their talents. And it's such a freeing thing when you bring that community together. Everyone is happier. Once you give yourself the permission to let go and appreciate other people's talents, it will in turn make you the best version of yourself and the best thing that you can be. Give yourself permission to let go and build up others who have those talents. Oh, it's so, so freeing. They say it takes a community, and it truly, truly does. Like, I need my village. I don't know about any of you, but I need my village. And one thing, I know it's shocking to me to know, but not everybody loves fitness. Oh, what? But I do. And I have a talent for it. I have a passion for it. And I have been able to use that passion to bless other people's lives. Oh, that is so rewarding to me. When I acknowledged that that was my gift, that that was my passion, and that I could do that, I could use that to bless other people's lives. And in turn, it ignites that spark in me and lifts other people. And that has truly been a game changer for me. Letting go of comparison. I call this the comparison guilt trap. We all know it, don't we? We know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, why do we force ourselves to do things that bring us no joy? In fact, they're bogging us down as a mother, as a wife, because we're thinking we should do them, and we feel guilty that we're not, but they're honestly bringing nothing to our lives. And realizing that, taking the time to realize that, is freeing. Instead of feeling inadequate, replace it with appreciation. And I'm going to repeat that again. Instead of feeling inadequate, replace it with appreciation. When we can look at someone else and drop the comparison and admire their talents without looking at ourselves and shaming ourselves, it is a game changer. Replace it with appreciation. Wow, you are so good at that. I love that you can do that. In fact, can you help me with something? Rather than, oh, she's so good at that and I suck because I can't do that. Honestly, like, this is such a game changer for women because I know we have the comparison guilt trap. We've got to cut it. One of our favorite things we always say in high fitness is all ships rise with the tide. There is room for everyone at the top. Believe it or not, everyone can get at the top and it's okay. I think this is something that we also need to teach our young children growing up, that just because someone is really good at something doesn't mean that you're not, or that you're less than. That is really something that as adults, I think we even struggle with. And I see even my 8-year-old daughter, she'll say, well, I'll say, oh, doesn't so-and-so do so good at that? Or look at her beautiful hair. And she'll be like, well, my hair is beautiful. And I immediately think, just because I'm saying that about someone else doesn't mean that anything is less than. All ships rise with the tide. And how much better are we when we build everybody up? Bring them all up. Let's all go up. Because in turn, we all get so much more out of it. Build up others and relish in their skills. Celebrate their talents, that raw talent that people have. Compliment their achievements. And selfishly, don't place those parameters on yourself. Instead, find something you're really good about it and celebrate it. I want you guys to take a few minutes and analyze your strengths. What makes you give that tick? You know what I'm talking about. It gives you that tick, that little extra spring in your step. I want you to analyze that. Think about it. And maybe it's not right now. Maybe you can push pause. You can jot down those things in your life that just bring you so much joy. Obviously, the top's going to be your kids, your family. I hope it would be your husband. No, I'm just teasing. Those things are obviously going to be top. But more than that, what did you go out and do with your girlfriends? Or what did you do in the house? Did you create something? Did you clean your house? Make it shine like the top of the Chrysler building. Did you clean it and it just gave you so much satisfaction? You're like, oh, this makes me tick. That's a talent. And I want you to take stock of that. That what makes you feel, what gives you that tick? And be proud of it. A lot of times I think when we accept our talents and we know what they are, we're really scared to tell people how good we are at it or show that because it comes across as being prideful or boastful. But that is not the case. When we acknowledge those strengths and we just go out there and use them, we bless other people's lives. We lift others up. We lift ourselves. We lift our families. So acknowledge those strengths. Be boastful. Be prideful about them and tell people how great you are about it. Own it, because that is going to help others rise. And you can acknowledge others at the same time. When we realize these passions not only bless those around us, but also ignite that little selfish twitch inside that give us that new life, it is so powerful. And it allows us to live that high life that I'm talking about. That feel alive. We're living our best life for that. Happiness does not mean accomplishing other people's goals. It means going after your goals, what you have in your life. I think in this media-filled world, it's so easy to just see what everyone else is doing and think I should be doing that. But I think when we actually take a step back, a lot of those goals don't really fit with us, and that's okay. It's about living your goals, your best life, and what makes you tick. And in turn, allowing others' passions and talents to lift me up. Heaven knows I need help. I need all the help I can get. And I feel so grateful when others in my community jump in and lift me in areas that I need. I get asked all the time, did you ever think high fitness would be this big? And I usually jokingly say, yeah, I'd hope so, because otherwise I wouldn't have given my whole life. But the true answer is, I am just so happy that I created something that other people feel joy and passion. That to me is the most rewarding thing in the whole world. That other people enjoy something so much and love something that I'm so passionate about. That's the greatest reward I can ever think of. I have people come to me and tell me how they've come out of postpartum depression, how they hadn't felt like themselves in a long time, and then they felt like themselves again. How they got out of their comfort zone and they did something and it's brought them back to life. That literally is, game changing for me. I get to travel the world. I should say North America, but one day I'll be the world. I get to travel North America and I get to meet women and some men, I'll say, but I'm keeping it to women on here today. Women who come from all different backgrounds, different races, different cultures, different religions. These people have been through unimaginable trials. I've gotten to hear people's stories and literally been brought to tears. They're all coming together for the same reason. They're stepping out of their comfort zone and they're trying something new. They're certifying to become instructors in something that they feel passionate about and that they're hoping to ignite something in someone else. They're getting better. They're choosing to push a talent that they feel that ignites that something in them. And I consider myself so lucky, so lucky that I get to do that. And I get to meet these people. And coming to realize that, it took a while. I didn't realize that right away. it took me many, many years. I had many years of guilt-ridden days. The mom guilt, the wife guilt, the work guilt. There was always some part of my life for those first couple years, because it was so much, a lot, I was trying to do it all, that I felt that guilt, that I wasn't doing enough. And it was so freeing for me to stop and realize I couldn't do it all. It's true. Like, of course, some part of my life at one point is going to be failing, because that's just life, and things aren't going to fall, and life is going to ebb and flow. And I think to just stop and take a minute and realize that, but look at what I am doing and what I get to do. So I had ideals in my head of how I should be as a mom, activities I should be doing with my children, how I should be cooking dinner every night, how I should be doing these things. And I wasn't living up to those. But when I realized what I was doing and how I was blessing my children's life in a different way, how we got to go do experiences that were totally out of the norm with my children, how they get to come to events with me, how we got to travel with each of my children and see different places, it's totally different. And when I realized that, how it's blessing their lives in a different way, and let go of the guilt of what I thought I was supposed to be doing, it allowed me to live my best life. And take ownership of that this is my life, and it's different from yours, and that's okay. But once I gave myself permission, gave yourself permission that it's okay to be different, it's okay to have a different lifestyle, it is so freeing. And I'm so grateful that I was able to have that insight, and that's why I really wanted to share that with you today. My husband and I, a couple months ago, had the opportunity to be interviewed on the Married to Business podcast with Courtney Brown and her husband, who Courtney's doing a session on the I Am Mom Summit also. And she is a mom, boss, woman, entrepreneur to the max. So you have to go listen to her. She's amazing. But they interviewed us about our it's considered an unconventional relationship. And it was so fun to do that interview, because I think it took me a long time to admit that our relationship was unconventional and that I was okay with it. Enough to go on a broadcast and tell people how unconventional we are. For many years, at the beginning when we started this business, I'm working full-time as a mom. No childcare help, nothing. 80-hour weeks. I'm teaching classes every night, every morning, and I'm still trying to clean the house, cook the dinner, or think I should be cooking dinner, but I'm usually not, so then I feel bad and the guilt and wherever that lies. And for a while this went on, and we had it, but when I realized that my husband, he loves to cook. So he was cooking a lot, and then I would feel guilty. Or he would pick up the girls or do laundry, and I would think, well, that's what the wife's supposed to do. You know how we have those ideals in our head. But when I finally realized, you know what? He likes cooking, I don't, take that off my plate. How much better was that for me? I let go of the guilt of this ideal of what I should be doing, but what worked for our family. That worked for our family. That made him happy. That made me happy. In turn, it made the children happy. So we live a very unconventional relationship. We don't have the typical mom-dad roles. It's more of a mix. And I think me accepting that and not being ashamed of it was such a game changer. And the thing is you're going to think, well, what are people going to think? I don't do this. Guess what? Who cares? First of all, who cares if your life is different? What works for you? Is your family happy? Are your children happy? Is your marriage better? Yes, it is. Because we are different. Our lives are different. It's not your norm, so why should we be expected to be the norm? And I think even though your life may be different, you may have the typical roles, but something in your life, maybe you're holding on to because you feel like that should be the norm, when in reality, if you let it go, your things in your home, in your life, in your work life would flow so much better. And giving yourself permission to be okay with that. And if people want to judge, they can judge, right? So I feel like that has been huge for us. And I just really want you guys to feel how different it can feel. I want you to analyze your life and think about things that you can let go on the wayside. By saying that, I'm not saying I'm perfect and I'm like completely guilt-free. I'm just walking, saying no to everybody. Heavens no. I say yes to way too many things. I do way too many things that cause me stress unnecessarily. I get out of my comfort zone. That's not what I mean. I mean things that are not essential to the core, that are, instead of adding to your family life, to your work life, to your marriage, they're taking away. When you can strip those things away and be able to be confident and say no and take away that guilt, be okay with the fact that I hate to cook dinner, I don't like it, my husband's great at it, or we're going out, sorry people. And number two, I'm not a great party planner, but you know what? That's okay, because I got friends that are gonna do it. And I have talents that can bless other people that give me so much more fulfillment, which in turn make me a better wife, a better mother, a better friend. And I promise, as you see other people's talents and you just say, go for you, girl, you got this, and cut that comparison, all of us will rise together, because we need that. We need that community. Find a community. Use your community to lift you, to lift everyone around you. When I say live the high life, of course it is such a good play on words and we love that around here. But what I mean is give your life some passion. Find what ignites that in you. Live it. Use your community to take those burdens off you, to rely on them, because they want to be there for you, you want to be there for them. See other people's strengths and build them up instead of tearing them down. Oh, it's such a game changer in your relationship with women in your community that can surround you. Give yourself permission to let those things go. Let them go. Drop them. Right now, there may be some things that you have to let go. That is not forever. It's a season and a time and a season for everything. I say the way my husband and I's relationship is right now and the way we have an unconventional home life, that's not forever. That's a time and a season. I may be stuck to cooking dinner every night here in 5 years. And that's okay, because that's things. Some of our passions may be put on the back burner a little bit, but use your talents to bless others and let those other things fall down. I'm so grateful you guys let me chat with you today and let me get out of my comfort zone to sit here. I kind of wanted to start jumping around in the middle, but I hope you felt my passion and what I'm trying to convey. In high fitness, if you've ever come to a workout, I hope you felt that passion, that I just want everyone to be better. And it takes all of us. It takes a village. It takes being open and lifting other women. And I hope you felt that today, and I'm so grateful you took the time.